In a knowledge economy and in the global knowledge economy, human capital has become so important. It's less about just money investing in capital, it's really about people. And in order for our cities to be able to attract the people that we need to innovate and to create the wealth that we count on to provide the services and programs that we all want, in order to do that, we have to make our cities really attractive. We're competing for the best and brightest around the world. One of the elements that make Toronto and has made Toronto so great is that, unlike some American cities, we've preserved healthy neighborhoods in our downtown. And it's kind of been a hallmark of Toronto that we have these vibrant, wonderful neighborhoods throughout. And you don't want to lose that. It makes a city safe, and it makes a city very special. If I had to single out one issue that is hurting Toronto, because Toronto has so many strengths going for it, but that one issue would be transit infrastructure. In Toronto, the gridlock is a big issue in terms of people's lives, in terms of their well-being, but also from an economic point of view. The lost productivity within the greater Toronto area is estimated to be at least $3 billion. We now have evidence that inequality in society is growing. One of the challenges that we're seeing now in Toronto is that the number of middle-class dominated neighborhoods is shrinking, and poor neighborhoods are growing, and that's because of the growing gap between rich and poor. We're seeing it reflected geographically in our cities. If we want our cities and city regions to be, I think, the kind of places that we've always taken pride in, I think we have to take the growing inequality seriously. I actually got to know Jane, so this is a great honor for me because to be linked to her is, of course, very special. Jane had a huge impact. She had published The Life and Death of American Cities, I think it was 1968, and it just had a huge impact on my thinking and on everyone else's. So this was a period of real ferment, intellectual ferment, about what the future of our cities should be. And I met fantastic people who I've stayed connected with my whole life. I met David Crombie. I called him up to ask if I could help on his election campaign. And we won that election, and also the Spadina Expressway was stopped in 1971. And what I learned from all of that was it was really worth the effort. In effect, you could go up against City Hall and win.